You know, I'm botching it right now. This thing's heavy as f. Oh. The bigger they are, the better they fly, guys. We are back with the 1.7 meter, aka 1700 millimeter F4U Corsair by FMS. This thing is an absolute tank and a showpiece. Now, I did do my maiden flight already. It flies incredible. A lot of people say underpowered. We like to call it perfectly powered. Then I passed it to Tom. He made this thing FPV and custom 3D printed bombs, and we're gonna drop them. So let's get into the video. Let's see what he got. Nice. Now let me ask you gonna go 6S motor upgrade or 8S battery upgrade?
Oh, I'm staying with 6S for now.
You know, my buddy Dakota from Mach 3, he did his in 8S, and honestly, like, that's the first thing I said. I said, I don't like 8S setups.
I don't like it because of the twin batteries, but
It's actually in trim.
In my maiden, I took this plane off, maiden flight, put it in the air, 2 clicks of left trim on the aileron, I let go, and this thing flew perfectly straight. And I didn't CG it. If you guys know me, I do not CG planes.
Yeah, well,
Planes this big, it's kind of hard to mess up the CG if you're using the battery they recommend.
the manufacturer did the right thing. Got CG.
Look at that thing.
For battery and pebble.
Oh yeah, she looks good. Nice.
get under the hood.
Trim flight done.
Yep.
ETX going in, guys.
There we go.
That's it, balance lead.
Yep, balance lead. It's got a 12 volt BEC inside. So I run the VTX is all at 12 volts while the battery's at 24 or so.
You gotta worry about not overheating today.
No.
30 degrees out here right now.
It's got a heat sink on top of the VTX anyway, but that's for the summer whenever we get around to one.
Tom don't mess around. Oh, the good old faithfuls, the DJIs.
Yep.
Sync pilot.
Sync pilot, yep.
Nice.
A little vibration in the prop. It's not terrible.
The big prop.
Yeah. I'll have to work on that.
How's it look?
Oh, it looks great.
Tail drag is a little more challenging FPV or what?
Yeah, they're a bit more challenging than nose gear airplanes, but you know, it's just like anything else. Got to get used to the particular airplane.
This plane has such a nice presence in the air. Do you feel underpowered under the hood?
No, you don't notice the speed.
She's got a nice whistle to it. Oh, you got a decent aileron roll rate on. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Scale. Yeah, I'll do it right in front of you.
Oh, I got that crystal clear, man. Yeah, look at that. Now, if you come low and slow, you'll notice a Mustang on the taxiway. Feel free to hit it with some bombs.
No, I
Just
don't.
right there.
I do not want to hit anything
Wow.
with these bombs. They're heavy. I don't even want to hit the runway, so I'm going to go out to the...
We're strapped with 2 bombs.
All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Coming through. Did they drop?
Nah,
They didn't?
nah.
I wonder if I lost them already. Are they on the bottom of the airplane?
You know, I can't see from the camera. You gotta toggle it?
Let's try it again.
We're jammed.
They're either jammed or they already fell off. They may have fallen off already because the servo arms on the servos are very small and thin, and the weight of the bombs, just a little bit of G's may have broken them off. So what I've got to do is I got to replace those control horns on that servos with some tougher horns.
You're gonna have a hard time finding them.
That's all right. I didn't want to spend a lot of time with the bomb drop today. All right, come on from the west.
We need a nice carrier land and drop the hook.
Yeah.
Drop the hook.
A little long, but I'll take it.
Nice. She's in. Tom, tell us about the madness. What'd you do, man?
Okay, so obviously this is the 1700 millimeter FMS Corsair. It's actually an F4U 4. The Dash 4 was late in the war. They made about 2,000 of these airplanes. A lot of the land bases, when we were doing that island hopping, getting closer and closer to Japan, this airplane was used quite a bit out of Okinawa, and they were escorting B-29s and just doing interdiction flights. And then they were primarily used in Korea as ground attack aircraft. That's why you see the red stripe. The red stripe that ended up in the middle of the insignia here was added around 1947 or 48 when all armed services were kind of combined.
They gave us that, but not the other sticker.
Yeah, they didn't give us the Navy sticker that was supposed to be here. But anyway, so this is and you can see the Jacksonville on the wing, which I should have said that over here too. This was basically an Air National Guard Navy auxiliary squadron based in Jacksonville, Florida. Differed from some of the earliers that it had a flat, bulletproof windscreen instead of a full rounded one. And that's nice here because it makes it easy to see through. So what I did was, there was a small pilot in there and a little seat, and I ripped that out of there, and I noticed that there was a nice deep bathtub behind that. So I basically just took all the foam out that I could get out. I had to remove some foam behind to get the FVTX back for the
What are you running?
camera in it.
Is it CADX? Is it
Yeah, this is a DJI/CADX. So it's the old CADX, the old DJI protocol CADX. This happens to be the badass gimbal from Motion Sick.
Nice. With Sync Pilot.
With Sync Pilot, which you can't see. It's buried in here. The FMS Sync Pilot.
Yeah, that little sight glass.
Yep, and that is a true gun sight, a reticle, which is a Corsair, a circle with a Corsair in it, gets broadcast up into the plexiglass, which I can see from the camera. That's called the ARMS, and that's also from Motion Sick.
What do you charge for that?
Well, I know the bag has been reduced, I think, to $89. Badass gimbal. Yeah, it's a real high quality gimbal. That's why I've got 3 of those now. I'm really happy with those. They do have some caveats, but they're not difficult to understand. But the ARMS, this was one of the original prototypes that he sent me a year ago or more that I had in my F7F Tiger Cat. And he's refined it since then. He's sending me a new one. So this one, the reticle is kind of big. It kind of fills the screen rather than being smaller. And I can just pull this out. If I could grab a hold of it. I 3D printed a mount.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I 3D printed a mount so I can get that thing right out of there and put another one in. And I can move it to another
cockpit
airplane.
that's inside, is that what FMS has in its plane?
Yeah, right now this is an FMS cockpit, other than if I painted it zinc chromate green instead of the gray that it was, because it's typically what they were. It's just their original cockpit decal, which is not very scale, but it's something to look at. So the plan was that once I flew this a few times is go back in there. You can see the canopy is just screwed on so that I can take these 4 screws out, take the canopy off, and I can work inside there. And I'll probably put a little more detail on the dash and maybe along the sides, because those are the things I can see.
Always doing something.
Yeah.
Now, this wasn't a bomber, but you added bombs to it?
Yes, I added a bomb drop to the model. You can see this is my famous.
Did use these to bomb at some point, but it wasn't designed to be a bomber. Look at it. So those servers, where are they? Oh, you lost them.
I lost them, yeah, unfortunately. Somehow they got dropped when I was doing my first FPV flight, and we don't know where they are in the field. The full-scale aircraft did probably more bombing than anything else too late in the war, World War II. And when they didn't have that, they had the long-range fuel tanks on it, and they had rockets on the wings in this later version.
So I do have the rockets. FMS does ship this with the rockets. Can you lift it and show the...
Yeah, there's a panel right in there.
Yeah, so all you have to do, guys, it's a Phillips head screw. You unscrew that and you screw the rockets on, and you have the rockets. So I had to keep forgetting.
That's okay. I'm more than happy just to play with the bomb drop for now.
The only thing that I would love to see is, this is a carrier plane. It'd be cool if those wings folded up. I forget who makes the one that actually does that. I think it's Carf.
Carf, yeah. The big Carf has folding wings. Yeah, and there's a lot of scratch build guys that have done
the Corsair is iconic. It doesn't matter where you are. You see the shape of the wing. You know what the plane is, man. Now, FMS, let's talk about it, because this, at the time, was probably the fastest plane, right? This was knocking zeros out the sky.
Yeah, it was comparable. The Hellcat, the Corsair, later versions were about the same speed, a little over 400 miles an hour at altitude.
So FMS took the fastest plane of its time and made it kind of slow?
I wouldn't call it. I mean, for a 6S Warbird being this big, yeah, it's
little higher KB. You think would fix it?
Yeah, I'm landing with so much in the battery pack that the current cannot be very high. I've got to measure it, but it can't be very high because I'm landing it. I just did that last flight. 6-minute flight plus a little line of sight, and I landed with 61% in the pack. So
you guys could definitely suck some more juice down. So
probably a little higher KV motor would have done it, made it go a little faster, maybe burned up that pack a little faster, maybe get down to around 35%.
So are you going to leave it exactly the way it is, or are you going
to? For now, yeah, I'm not going to change anything.
Are you going to paint the backside of these?
Yeah, I got to paint the backside of the props yellow. I don't know why they weren't yellow on the backside too, because you got to watch out from behind as well as from front. And I've also modified the fuel tanks so that they're droppable. They're clip-on like a typical FMS airplane. It probably will get a repaint this winter because almost all the old World War II, the late in the war airplanes, they were just plain blue like this with just insignias, and maybe what the guy I'm doing is a Captain Kenneth Walsh. He had 21 kills, so he has the kills on both sides of the airplane. I'll probably end up doing that airplane. I'll strip the decals off and do a proper job with the decals and just do a repaint.
Tom's always doing something, guys. So now we got something else to look forward to. And hopefully next time he fixes those bomb drop doors so we can see some bomb drops.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got a lot to look forward to with Tom. And Tom, thanks for the insight.
Thanks. You're welcome very much.
See you guys soon, man. Thanks for watching.